He steps on the basketball floor, he can dominate a game. The nation's leading rebounder and shot blocker has led Navy to its finest season. Among their victims in tournament play was Syracuse. The Middies ended their season in the Carrier Dome. Next, it was Cleveland State, who Coach Kevin Mackey prayed could continue its Cinderella season. However, in the East Regional semifinals, Robinson scored the winning basket with 5 seconds remaining to eliminate Cleveland State and advance to the regional final. Even though Navy must now face the #1 team of the nation, the Middies are confident. Like many other teams that started this tourney, Navy knew that their road to the Final Four might have to go through Duke. Duke, the team to beat, the #1 seed in the East, and the #1 ranked team in the nation. This talent-laden team is led by the backcourt tandem, playmaker Tommy Amaker and All-America Johnny Dawkins. After cruising by DePaul Friday night, the Blue Devils are poised for their first trip back to the Final Four since 1978. But they must sink the Navy for the right to cut down the nets and head to Dallas. It's Navy versus Duke. For the Navy against the #1 seed in all this tournament, the Blue Devils of Duke. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Bender. What a glorious season for Navy. They are 30-4. They've won 16 straight games. They're a step away from their first Final Four ever. While theirs has been glorious, Duke has had a spectacular year. They're 35-2. They have the longest winning streak of the nation at 19. They've been at the Final Four 4 times. They'd like to go there for the 5th time, the first time since 1978. And Doug Collins, I thought Paul Evans of Navy said it so well. He says we're simply playing the best team in the country.
Gary, I think the biggest key today for Navy is they must get off to a good start. They're going to be facing the toughest man-to-man pressure they've faced all season long. Doug Wojcik is going to have to bring the ball up against the pressure, get them into their half-court offense.
We always hear about doing it the Navy way. Well, the Navy way this year is the Mr. Robinson way.
Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski said yesterday, the key is not to try to key on David Robinson. They want to play their regular defense. They want to stop Vernon Butler and Kyler Whitaker, force these other players to do something they're not used to doing.
2 teams, 1 hurdle, 1 step away from the Final Four in Dallas. We'll be back to set the starting lineups in just a moment. Between these two clubs since 1983, the midshipmen of Navy defeating Tulsa, Syracuse, and Cleveland State to arrive at this championship game. Duke, on the other hand, had a scare against Mississippi Valley State, very impressive against Old Dominion, and dispatched DePaul on Friday night. And now for the introduction of our starting lineups, the public address announcer, Dom Alagia.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Brendan Byrne Arena for this afternoon's Eastern Regional final game between the Navy midshipmen and the Blue Devils from Duke. Now let's meet the starting lineups. For Navy, at forward, a 6'6" junior from Floyd Knobs, Indiana, number 40, Carl Lieber. For Duke, at forward, a 6'5" senior from Drury, North Carolina, number 12, David Henderson. For Navy, at forward, a 6'7" senior from Beltsville, Maryland, number 51, Vernon Butler. For Duke, at forward, a 6'8" senior from Scottsdale, Arizona, number 32, Mark Allery. For Navy, at center, a 6'11" junior from Woodbridge, Virginia, number 50, David Robinson. For Duke, at center, a 6'8" senior from Rolling Hills, California, number 21, Jay Billis. For Navy, at guard, a 6'6" senior from Lebanon, Oregon, number 5, Kyler Whitaker. For Duke, at guard, a 6-foot junior from Falls Church, Virginia, number 4, Tommy Amaker. For Navy, at guard, a 6'1" junior from Wheeling, West Virginia, number 10, Doug Wojcik. For Duke, at guard, a 6'2" senior from Washington, D.C., number 24, Johnny Dawkins. And sixth season, Paul Evans, and for Duke in his sixth season, Mike Krzyzewski.
And so the road to Dallas, one furlong away for one of these ball clubs to join two teams already earned that right yesterday. Back to the tip in a moment. This week is worse for Navy.
Well, Gary, I think they must get off to a good start. They must keep Duke on the perimeter against their 2-3 zone. They must limit turnovers. Normally those turnovers against Duke end up in fast breaks. They must be able to pound the ball inside, get to the free throw line.
All right, on the other hand, what are the keys for Duke?
They've got to shut down Butler and Whitaker. They got to get to the offensive boards. That was the key against DePaul. Pressure, force turnovers, and penetrate the gaps in the zone.
And so we're ready to go in this